Jim Jones has reportedly fired back at the swirling rumors with a blunt and unfiltered denial, leaving fans and insiders stunned. According to sources close to the situation, his statement, "Y'all doing too much?" wasn't just a casual comment. It reflects deep frustration with the constant speculation, gossip, and misinterpretation surrounding him. Friends say that Jim's denial comes after weeks of social media frenzy, rumors, and public commentary that painted a picture far removed from reality. Insiders suggest that the rumors in question involved both personal and professional matters, with narratives spreading across platforms that reportedly misrepresented events and intentions. Jim Jones' direct response, sources reveal, was meant to set the record straight, reclaim control over the narrative, and push back against what he sees as exaggerated claims. Friends emphasize that his frustration stems not only from misrepresentation, but also from the emotional and social toll of dealing with constant public scrutiny. Social media reportedly erupted following his denial, with fans debating the authenticity of his statements, questioning motives, and speculating on the real story behind the denial. Sources indicate that this response may have shifted the conversation, as insiders, fans, and commentators reconsider their assumptions and try to parse the truth from exaggeration. Friends close to Jim stress that his perspective offers insight into the pressures of living a public life, where private moments are often distorted into viral narratives. According to insiders, this denial highlights not only Jim Jones' frustration, but also the complex intersection of fame, perception, and public opinion. As the story continues to evolve, fans and followers are watching closely, wondering whether this denial will end speculation or if more revelations will surface. Keeping the conversation alive and unpredictable, Jim Jones has reportedly finally spoken out, delivering a firm and uncompromising denial in response to weeks of swirling rumors that have taken social media by storm. Friends and insiders close to him reveal that his statement, "Y'all doing too much?" reflects more than casual frustration, is a reaction to the constant misrepresentation, speculation, and relentless scrutiny he has faced. Sources suggest that for Jim, the rumors were not just trivial gossip. They affected his personal life, professional endeavors, and public image, compelling him to address them head-on. According to insiders, the rumors began circulating after a series of public appearances. Interviews and social media posts were misinterpreted or manipulated, leading fans and commentators to construct narratives that were far removed from reality. Friends close to Jim claim that these stories involve both personal relationships and business dealings, causing unnecessary tension and speculation. Sources note that the false narratives amplified over time, creating a pressure-filled environment that prompted Jim to respond in a way that was both direct and unfiltered. Insiders reveal that his denial was strategically calculated, aimed at asserting control over the narrative without escalating conflict. Friends describe a man who is tired of seeing assumptions, hearsay, and exaggerations dominate public discourse about his life. According to sources, Jim's blunt approach reflects his desire to reclaim the truth while maintaining composure under extreme public scrutiny. The statement, while simple, carries a weight of authority that insiders suggest only someone with first-hand experience and credibility could command. Social media's response to his denial was immediate and intense. Sources indicate that fans, influencers, and media personalities dissected his words, debating their implications, tone, and intent. Some expressed relief and support, praising his transparency, while others remained skeptical, questioning whether the denial concealed more than it revealed. Friends emphasize that the public's fascination with Jim Jones' personal life and career amplifies every statement, making any response a viral event in itself. Insiders also suggest that the denial is significant not only for its directness, but also for the timing. Friends explain that addressing the rumors now, after weeks of buildup, was a strategic choice designed to halt further speculation and reassert control over public perception. Sources note that timing is crucial in celebrity dynamics, where delays or missteps can lead to further misinterpretation and escalation. Jim's decision to respond publicly is reportedly intended to preempt more dramatic narratives before they gain momentum. In addition to public perception, friends indicate that personal relationships were reportedly impacted by the ongoing rumors. Sources reveal that misunderstandings and miscommunications with close friends, family, and collaborators emerged as a result of the gossip, creating tension behind the scenes. Insiders stress that addressing the rumors was necessary not only to clarify the public narrative but also to stabilize relationships that had been strained by speculation and misinterpretation. Professional implications were also reportedly a factor in Jim Jones' decision to speak out. Friends close to the rapper note that business partners and collaborators were concerned about how misinformation could influence opportunities, endorsements, and public engagements. Sources suggest that the denial was partly aimed at preserving professional credibility, ensuring that misrepresentation would not compromise ongoing projects or future ventures. The interplay of personal and professional stakes, insiders indicate, added weight to his public response. Sources close to Jim describe him as confident yet cautious, aware of the potential consequences of any statement. Friends say that he carefully considered both the wording and timing of his response, balancing the need to assert his truth with the risk of escalating drama. According to insiders, this calculated approach highlights his awareness of how celebrity narratives unfold in real time, particularly in the age of social media where even minor statements can become viral events with far-reaching consequences. Emotional responses among friends and insiders reveal that Jim's dial brought a sense of relief to some while fueling curiosity and skepticism in others. Sources report that the immediate aftermath involved intense discussions, speculation, and analysis, with both fans and close contacts attempting to separate truth from exaggeration. Friends indicate that this level of attention underscores the powerful intersection of celebrity, rumor, and public fascination, illustrating how quickly narratives can spiral and the importance of controlling one's own story. Insiders emphasize that while the denial addresses certain aspects of the rumors, much remains unresolved. Friends note that the public is still eager for further clarification, context, and behind-the-scenes insight. Sources suggest that the unfolding drama will continue to attract attention, with additional statements, reactions, and developments likely to emerge as fans and insiders closely monitor the situation. As Part 1 concludes, sources stress that Jim Jones' response marks a pivotal moment in the ongoing narrative. Friends highlight that his denial is both a personal assertion of truth and a strategic move to manage public perception. By addressing the rumors directly, Jim reportedly aims to reclaim control over his story, stabilize relationships, and mitigate potential fallout from misinformation. Insiders note that the coming days will be critical as reactions unfold, and the broader implications of his denial begin to manifest in both personal and professional contexts. The fallout from Jim Jones' denial reportedly sent shockwaves across social media, with friends and insiders describing an immediate and intense reaction from fans, commentators, and industry observers. Sources indicate that the statement, "Y'all doing too much," not only conveyed his frustration but also sparked renewed speculation about the rumors themselves, as audiences tried to discern what prompted such a strong public response. According to insiders, this reaction underscores the unique challenges faced by high-profile celebrities, where even denials can fuel conversation, debate, and further scrutiny. Friends close to Jim Jones report that the denial has had both personal and professional implications. On a personal level, the rumors had reportedly strained relationships with close friends, family, and collaborators, creating tension and misunderstandings behind the scenes. Sources suggest that the public denial was intended to alleviate some of this pressure, restoring clarity and asserting control over narratives that had previously spiraled beyond his influence. By addressing the rumors head-on, insiders say Jim aimed to halt misinformation and reaffirm his credibility among those who know him best. On a professional level, the stakes were reportedly just as high. Friends indicate that misrepresentation and ongoing speculation could have jeopardized current and future projects, business ventures, and collaborations. Sources note that the entertainment industry operates on perception, whether the denial was partial, strategic, or a prelude to revealing more information. Friends close to the situation describe this reaction as typical in high-profile celebrity drama, where audiences are deeply invested in every nuance of communication. Insiders suggest that the denial has also catalyzed private discussions among those directly involved in the rumors. Sources reveal that personal conversations, confrontations have occurred behind the scenes as friends, family, and associates attempted to navigate the emotional fallout. Some of these interactions reportedly involved attempts to reconcile misunderstandings, while others intensified conflicts, highlighting the complexity of managing relationships under public scrutiny. Friends note that this behind-the-scenes activity often mirrors the intensity of public speculation, demonstrating how rumors and denials can reverberate through personal networks as well as online platforms. The timing of Jim Jones' response reportedly played a critical role in shaping the narrative. Sources indicate that addressing the rumors after they had gained momentum was a strategic move, designed to prevent further escalation and provide clarity to both the public and insiders. Friends close to him note that timing is a key consideration in celebrity dynamics, where delays can exacerbate misinformation, and premature responses can be misinterpreted. By issuing a carefully worded denial at the right moment, insiders suggest Jim effectively balanced the need for transparency with the realities of public attention. Emotional responses to the denial have been equally layered. Friends describe a mix of relief, skepticism, and heightened curiosity among those following the situation. Sources note that for fans, the statement both confirms and challenges assumptions, prompting renewed interest in the original rumors and motivating further discussion. Meanwhile, insiders indicate that those closest to Jim experience a more nuanced reaction, recognizing the intent behind the denial while also navigating ongoing concerns about relationships, trust, and reputation. The denial also reportedly shed light on the pressures of life in the public eye. Friends and insiders stress that for high-profile individuals like Jim Jones, even personal matters can quickly become public spectacles. Every interaction, post, or comment is subject to interpretation, and misinformation can spread rapidly. Sources suggest that this environment heightens the emotional stakes, making straightforward denials both necessary and fraught with risk. The balance between asserting truth and avoiding escalation is delicate, and insiders note that Jim's response reflects an understanding of these dynamics. Insiders further reveal that the denial, while straightforward, may be part of a broader strategy to manage public perception. Friends close to Jim say that controlling the narrative requires careful attention to both the substance of what is said and the context in which it is delivered. Sources indicate that this strategy is particularly important in an era where social media amplifies every statement, transforming even minor remarks into viral talking points. By issuing a clear, authoritative denial, Jim reportedly aimed to preempt further speculation while reinforcing his credibility. As Part 2 concludes, sources emphasize that the denial has become a pivotal moment in the ongoing narrative. Friends note that while it addresses the rumors directly, it also sets the stage for potential developments. Whether through additional clarification, private conversations, or future public statements, insiders stress that the impact of this denial extends beyond immediate reactions, influencing perceptions, relationships, and professional considerations. The story remains fluid, with fans, insiders, and observers closely monitoring every move to determine what the next chapter may hold. Ultimately, Jim Jones' response underscores the complexities of celebrity life, where public perception, personal relationships, and professional stakes intersect. Friends and insiders highlight that navigating rumors, managing scrutiny, and asserting truth requires strategy, patience, and emotional resilience. Sources suggest that the coming weeks will be critical in determining how the narrative unfolds, how relationships stabilize, and how public perception evolves in response to both the denial and any future developments. Following the public denial from Jim Jones, insiders revealed that the situation reportedly escalated in ways few anticipated. Sources indicate that once his statement, "Y'all doing too much," went viral, the ripple effects extended far beyond social media, affecting personal relationships, professional projects, and the broader public narrative. Friends close to Jim emphasized that the denial was not only about setting the record straight, was also about asserting control in an environment where rumors can rapidly spiral out of control and take on lives of their own. According to insiders, the rumors that prompted this denial were multi-layered, involving both private interactions and professional dynamics. Friends describe scenarios in which miscommunication, misinterpretation, and overexposure combine to create tension and misunderstanding. Jim's response, sources suggest, was carefully measured to confront these distortions without escalating conflict further. Friends note that by directly addressing the speculation, he hoped to reestablish credibility and provide clarity, while minimizing further fallout. Social media's reaction was immediate and intense. Sources reveal that fans, influencers, and commentators dissected every nuance of Jim's response, debating tone, intent, and subtext. Some expressed relief and support, praising the rapper for speaking openly and candidly, while others speculated that the denial might mask more complex truths or foreshadow future revelations. Friends close to the situation stress that this level of scrutiny is typical for high-profile figures, where every statement is amplified, shared, and analyzed across countless platforms. Insiders report that personal relationships were heavily impacted in the wake of the denial. Sources describe a series of private conversations, reconciliations, and confrontations among friends, family, and collaborators, as those close to Jim worked to process the implications of both the rumors and his public statement. Friends note that the emotional stakes were high, with trust and loyalty being tested, and every interaction being scrutinized under the shadow of public perception. Professional repercussions were also significant. Friends close to Jim reveal that projects, endorsements, and business relationships could be influenced by how the denial was received publicly. Sources suggest that stakeholders and collaborators watched closely, evaluating how the unfolding narrative might affect reputations, partnerships, and future opportunities. Jim's careful wording and strategic timing were reportedly designed to mitigate risk and protect both personal and professional interests. Insiders also emphasize that the denial sheds light on the pressures of life in the public eye. Sources note that even personal matters can quickly become headline news, and misinformation can spread at a rapid pace. Friends close to Jim stress that managing public perception while maintaining personal integrity requires constant vigilance and strategic thinking. The denial, while straightforward, is part of a broader effort to control narrative flow and ensure that speculation does not dominate the conversation. Emotional responses to the denial have been layered and complex. According to insiders, some fans and observers felt vindicated and reassured by Jim's statement, while others remain skeptical, questioning what truths were left unspoken or what further clarifications might emerge. Friends close to the situation highlight that this dual reaction is common in high-profile scenarios, where public figures must navigate both support and scrutiny simultaneously. Insiders reveal that the timing of Jim Jones' denial was pivotal. Friends suggest that addressing the rumors after they had gained momentum allowed him to preempt additional speculation and establish authority over the narrative. Sources indicate that strategic timing is essential in celebrity contexts, where delays or poorly timed responses can exacerbate misinformation and create additional challenges. By responding at a carefully chosen moment, Jim reportedly sought to assert clarity, manage reactions, and minimize further complications. Behind the scenes, private discussions reportedly continue. Friends close to the rapper describe a flurry of conversations aimed at clarifying misunderstandings, rebuilding trust, and evaluating the impact of the public denial. Sources suggest that these exchanges, while private, are critical in shaping the broader fallout and ensuring that relationships, both personal and professional, remain intact. The combination of public visibility and private negotiation, insiders note, creates a complex web that demands careful attention and thoughtful decision-making. Insiders emphasize that while Jim Jones' denial addressed key aspects of the rumors, the story is far from over. Friends suggest that the unfolding narrative will continue to evolve as reactions, clarifications, and new developments emerge. Sources note that this fluidity keeps fans and observers engaged, ensuring that the conversation remains active and that public perception continues to be shaped in real time. The ongoing attention underscores the power of celebrity. According to sources, the denial also provides insight into Jim Jones' approach to handling controversy. Friends describe him as someone who carefully considers the emotional, social, and professional consequences of every statement. By issuing a direct and authoritative denial, he reportedly balances the need to assert truth with the potential impact on relationships and projects. Insiders suggest that this approach reflects a deep understanding of how narratives unfold in a hyper-connected, social media-driven world. As Part 3 closes, insiders stress that the impact of Jim Jones' statement will be felt across multiple dimensions. Friends highlight that it not only addresses immediate rumors, but also sets the stage for future developments, influencing both public perception and behind-the-scenes dynamics. Sources suggest that the combination of strategic timing, clear messaging, and emotional fortitude is key to navigating the ongoing ripple effects. Fans and insiders alike are watching closely, anticipating further clarification, reactions, and potential shifts in the narrative. Ultimately, the story of Jim Jones' denial underscores the complexities of celebrity life, where public perception, personal relationships, and professional stakes intersect. Sources note that managing rumors requires strategic communication, emotional resilience, and awareness of timing and audience reaction. Friends close to him emphasize that, while denials can halt speculation, they also invite scrutiny, creating an ongoing balancing act between truth, perception, and influence. The coming days will reveal whether the statement successfully quells the rumors or if the conversation will continue to evolve, keeping fans and observers on edge. This moment highlights the delicate interplay between fame, scrutiny, and personal agency, showing how even a single statement can shift narratives, influence relationships, and shape reputations. Insiders stress that Jim Jones' denial is not just about a specific rumor, it reflects a broader strategy for managing visibility, maintaining credibility, and navigating the pressures of a high-profile life under constant public observation. Jim Jones' recent denial reportedly sent waves across social media, sparking intense debates, fan reactions, and heated discussions. Friends and insiders reveal that his blunt statement, "Y'all doing too much?" wasn't just a casual remark. It reflected real frustration with weeks of rampant speculation, misinformation, and misinterpretation of both personal and professional events. According to sources, the denial was necessary to clarify the narrative and assert control over public perception, signaling that the rumors had gone far enough. The aftermath of his statement reportedly created a mix of relief, curiosity, and skepticism among fans and industry insiders alike. Sources suggest that while some praised his honesty and transparency, others questioned whether the denial was partial, strategic, or leaving room for future revelations. Friends close to Jim note that this reaction is typical in celebrity circles, where any statement, even a denial, can spark new waves of speculation and discussion. Insiders also indicate that the denial had consequences beyond social media. Personal relationships, collaborations, and professional projects were all reportedly affected by the rumors, making his statement both a protective measure and a call for clarity. Friends highlight that managing public scrutiny while addressing misinformation is a delicate balance, and Jim's approach demonstrates awareness of timing, wording, and impact as the situation continues to unfold. Sources suggest that the public should expect further reactions, clarifications, and developments. Fans and observers remain closely engaged, analyzing every post, comment, and response. Jim Jones' denial highlights the challenges of navigating fame, perception, and personal agency, while showing how a single statement can reshape narratives and influence public understanding. Stay tuned as more unfolds, because the story is far from over, and every new detail could change everything fans thought they knew.